Everyone thinks a fitness glow up happens after you've lost the weight. But as someone who's lost over 50 pounds and kept it off for a decade, I can tell you that my biggest glow up happened way before my body started to change. Today I'm sharing the habits that helped me achieve my biggest glow up, both mentally and physically. If you're waiting to feel confident until you hit your goal weight, this video is for you. Hi, my name is Shyla. I'm a certified personal trainer and I help women achieve their dream bodies without the burnout. In today's video, we are going to go over how to actually glow up on your fitness journey. So let's get into habit number 1, and that is to romanticize taking care of yourself. Most people romanticize the results, but I started to romanticize the process. For example, buying a cute 2-piece set, or maybe a really cute water bottle, or going outside and doing, a cute sunset walk, or lighting candles, or buying flowers for yourself, making your breakfast look really aesthetic, finding a playlist that makes you feel like that girl, wearing perfume, doing your hair, your makeup, your nails. Because the truth is, losing weight takes time, and it can be really boring if you aren't intentional about finding things that can make it more enjoyable. Me personally, I am obsessed with activewear. Specifically Honor Active. I haven't purchased any activewear from any other brand in probably 2 years because I'm just obsessed. I love their colors, I love their cuts, and everything's really durable. So it just works for me. And I'm one of those women who I love to look good going into the gym. I don't care how I look leaving, but I will definitely bust out a curling iron before going to the gym, put on a little blush, concealer. That's just me. But whatever gets me into the gym, I don't care. I'm not judging. If you want to go with the full face of makeup, do you. If you want to go with the full bust down 30-inch middle part, do you. Those are things that really make going to the gym a bit more fun, and you need to find ways to liven up your fitness routine because it can become extremely repetitive, especially if you're doing it correctly and you're not changing up your workouts every week. So if your routine feels miserable, the chances of you sticking to it long term or long enough to see results are slim to none. So instead, build a routine that feels like self-care. Let's get into habit number 2, which is move because you love your body. I used to use my workouts as a form of punishment, and let me explain what I mean by that. Say, for example, if I missed 2 or 3 workouts in a row, I would then say, okay, now I need to start doing 2 days at the gym to make up for it. And that just isn't necessary. It actually ends up leading to burnout. I would also do the same thing with my food. If I binge ate the day before, okay, so now the next day I'm going to be on the treadmill for an hour, or I'm going to be on the Stairmaster for an hour, even if that wasn't naturally a part of my routine. But because I had ate those extra calories, now I'm going to do an extra workout to try to burn off those calories. And again, that just leads to burnout, and it's not necessary. Now I look at movement in general as a way to take care of myself, to show myself love, because I deserve to feel strong. I deserve to feel confident in my body. And that goes beyond just aesthetics. The older I get, the more I start to shift from worrying about aesthetics, because don't get me wrong, of course I want to look good. I want to look good in my clothes. I want to look good without my clothes. But I'm also thinking about the future versions of me. I'm thinking about the 50-year-old version of Shyla, the 60, the 70-year-old, God willing, that I make it to these ages. I still want to have my autonomy. I still want to be able to walk and go up a flight of stairs or carry in my groceries on my own. And all of that starts, and preparation for that starts now. When you're in your 20s, when you're in your 30s, in your 40s. I was no longer using exercise as a way to shrink myself, and instead I started to exercise because I wanted a healthy body that was capable of carrying me throughout all different stages of my life. Habit number 3 is to stop waiting to feel pretty. Don't wait until you hit your goal weight, until your stomach is flat, your skin is perfect. Instead, wear the outfit now. Do your hair and makeup now. Accept the invite now. Take yourself out on solo dates now. Confidence isn't something you earn after you lose the weight. It's something that you practice every day. And for me, at the beginning of my fitness journey, I wasn't very nice to myself. I was definitely my biggest critic. I look back at pictures of myself from then, and I honestly feel a bit bad. You know, I would get invites to go out with family and friends, and I was just so insecure and so uncomfortable in my own body that I chose to hide. I did that for a good part of my 20s. As you know, that's time that you can't get back. That 210-pound version of myself, she deserved to be seen. I'm grateful that I lost the weight, but I wish I could go back, give that version of myself permission to live, and to let her know that you're beautiful regardless. Going through that right now with my skin. I've been dealing with hormonal acne for almost 3 years now. Dietitians, dermatologists, I've tried cheap products, expensive products, prescription products, still a battle. But I'm just grateful that I haven't allowed that to stop me from showing up here on YouTube or just in life in general. And I hope that you're doing the same, that you're continuing to show up, that you're continuing to experience life, and don't wait until you're at your goal weight. Don't wait until you have perfect skin or perfect teeth or perfect hair, because the truth is you can have perfect skin and you'll still find something else that is going to bother you and that you're going to fixate on. I can honestly say that has been the case for me. I went from obsessing over my weight into obsessing over my skin. So I have these tips that I'm sharing with you to fall back on, and that's why I'm able to still show up here on YouTube regardless of any, setbacks I may have with my appearance. Still choosing to show up, still choosing to live life and not let it pass me by because I don't think I'm pretty enough, or I don't think I'm fit enough, or whatever. Or don't let your insecurities stop you from knowing your worth and knowing that you're worthy of experiencing all of your desires right now, and not when you're 10 or 20 pounds lighter. So let's get into habit number 4, which is to eat like someone who loves herself. So my relationship with food has definitely improved over the years. I used to have this mindset of I need to do X, Y, and Z in order to eat this, or I need to earn the right to eat. So the point is, you don't need a perfect diet. You need a balanced one. You need a diet that you can actually stick with. One of the best things that I did nutrition-wise was finding 3 staple meals that I absolutely love and can eat on repeat without getting tired of them. And that's how you get results, is just being consistent. Not perfect, but consistent. It's very common to fixate on all of the things that you should cut out. I should cut out eating after a certain time. I should stop eating processed foods. I should stop consuming so many carbs, or whatever the case may be. Let's focus on what we can add to it. Do we need more protein? Do we need more water, more fiber, more fruits, more vegetables? It's really about having a balanced diet depending on your goal and your current lifestyle. And it's always a good idea to get your blood work done to see what it is that you actually need in terms of your macros and your micronutrients. And the goal isn't to have a perfect diet. It isn't to cut out every single processed food, or maybe it is, that might be your goal. But what I'm saying is you don't have to cut out all of those things in order to see results. It's about what you're consuming on a consistent basis. Now that brings us to habit number 5, which is walk more. Earlier this year, I completed a 10K step 30-day challenge. I actually made a video about it, so make sure you check it out if you haven't. On a lot of the benefits of walking in that video, so if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. But just a quick recap, walking helps with stress management. It helps with recovery from lifting. It helps with your cardiovascular health, your endurance, your stamina. It's great for stress management. It gives mental clarity. It helps with digestion issues. So it's low intensity. It's not going to spike your hunger cues like an intense lifting session would, but you're still getting so many benefits. That's why I think it's, popular right now on social media, because people are always looking for the path of least resistance. We're always looking for the easiest way to get to our results. And walking, fortunately, is one of those ways. It's an easy way to create a calorie deficit without having to cut your food so low. From my challenge, I was able to lose 10 pounds. Obviously, I was doing other things, Pilates, lifting 3 to 4 times a week. I was also training for a 5K at the time. So I was obviously very active, but the walking was such a game changer for me mentally and physically. I absolutely love my walks, especially my outdoor walks. Habit number 6 is to protect your peace. While you're on your fitness journey, you are most likely going to consume a lot of fitness content. And although it can be beneficial, I definitely know for me, I learned how to lift weights watching my favorite influencers on YouTube and Instagram and all the things, but it can also be detrimental to your mental health if you are over consuming fitness content, if you are using that content to compare yourself, or using that content to change up your fitness routine every other week. You're following food accounts that are triggering you to binge eat. It's very important to be self-aware of where you may lack willpower. For example, I don't follow food pages. It can be triggering. I'm sitting here eating 93.7 ground beef. Homegirl's over here eating 5 slices of pizza. And, I can't do that right now because I'm on a cut, and it can really make you crave foods that you honestly weren't thinking of otherwise. Spend more time with yourself, less time consuming content. I don't want you to fall into the trap of following all these influencers and being inspired and motivated one moment, and then the next you're comparing your 2-month fitness journey to someone's 10-year fitness journey. Protect your peace. Unfollow that account that makes you feel insecure or makes you feel like you're not doing enough. Stop following advice that isn't meant for you or your lifestyle. Doom scrolling, stop complaining, stop gossiping, and really start protecting your boundaries, pouring into the relationships that actually matter, limiting access to the people who actually deserve it, being very mindful of the content you're consuming, the music you're listening to, the way you're talking to yourself. That brings us into speak kindly to yourself. I was my biggest and only bully at the beginning of my fitness journey. I would say some of the harshest things to myself. I would hide myself, just how guarded and insecure and just low my self-esteem was when I was 210 pounds. And it has a lot to do with social conditioning as well. The harsh truth is, the better you look, the better people treat you. Super insecure about my stretch marks. I would wear long sleeve, like my husband will tell you, when we first started dating, it would be, we live in California, so it would be like 110 degrees out, and I have a long sleeve shirt on because I was just so insecure. I hated my stretch marks. And now, girl, I don't care. You're gonna see these stretch marks. You're gonna see this cellulite. You're gonna see this gap. You're gonna see this acne. And I have learned to accept myself and love myself. If you are unhappy with who you are and the way you look right now, losing the weight isn't going to change that. And I feel like we see that time and time again when, a woman goes and gets plastic surgery. She gets her nose done, and then she goes and gets a BBL, and then now she wants her boobs done. And, it's just a never ending quest to be perfect and aesthetically. But the real problem is mentally. It's up here. And the sooner you address that, the sooner you start to accept who you are outside of the way you look, the sky truly is the limit. Have no choice but to flourish. Results are going to come. It's just up to you. How long are you going to remain consistent enough to see those results? Your body truly hears everything you say. Your body keeps the score. And if you are constantly saying, I can't do this, I'm too fat, I'm too ugly, then your actions and your behaviors are going to validate those statements. If you go out into the world thinking, I'm so ugly, nobody is going to talk to me, nobody wants me, I can guarantee you that people are going to reflect that reality back to you. And your fitness journey is no different. If you feel like you can't do it, if you feel like you can do it, you're right. Loving myself, speaking life into myself, and reparenting myself. I wouldn't say disgusting, horrible things to my child because I love him and I want him to grow and thrive and know that he is worthy, right? And I want those same things for myself too. It's so easy as a woman to nurture and pour into everyone else, but when it comes to yourself, you're your biggest critic. You talk crazy to yourself, not how it should be. Remember, your body is listening. The universe is listening, and you just always want to speak into yourself.